Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me. Today, we're going to be reading a book about a little hedgehog named Hector who's a little bit too comfortable in his own space. And when he's asked to do different things, he begins to worry a little bit. At the end of the book, there are some strategies on how to deal with worrying, which is really great to see. But let's see how this hedgehog deals with his worrying. The title of the book is called Hector's Favorite Place, and it's written by Rooks, and it's from Imagination Press, Washington, D.C., American Psychological Association. Let's get into the book. Hector loved his home. It was his favorite place to be. At home, there was always so much to do. Hector loved his home so much that he didn't often go out. Home was cozy and snuggly and safe. But Hector liked to hear all the news of the forest when his friends came to visit. One day, Hector was just having a little nap when there was a knock at the door. "Hector, have you seen? It's snowing outside," said Archie. "Let's go for a walk in the forest and make footprints." "Jumping June bugs," said Hector. "So it is." And he ran off to find his boots. But then Hector began to worry. What if he got cold and caught the flu? Sorry, Archie, I can't," said Hector. "I've got so much to do. Maybe tomorrow?" "What a shame," said Archie. The next day, Hector was reading his new book when the phone rang. Bring, bring. "Hello, Hector. Have you heard? The lake has frozen," said Max. "Would you like to come ice skating?" "Hopping honeybees," said Hector. Hector used to go skating when he was small. It was so much fun. Hector was just about to say yes when he began to worry. What if he had forgotten how to skate? He could fall over and hurt himself. Sorry, Max, I can't. I've got so much to do. Maybe tomorrow?" "What a shame," said Max. Later on, Hector was just tucking into his favorite supper when a letter landed on the doormat. "Dear Hector, you are invited to the winter forest party. There will be music, dancing, and hot chocolate for everyone. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock. That sounds like fun," thought Hector. But then Hector began to worry. He worried about going into the forest far from home. What if I get lost? He thought. He worried about the music. What if it's too loud? He thought. He worried about the dancing. What if I can't dance? He thought. He even worried about the hot chocolate. What if it's too hot? He thought. "Oh, I'll have to say I'm too busy to go," sighed Hector, and he decided to go to bed. That night, Hector didn't sleep very well. Archie and Max were sure to be at the party. Would they be sad if Hector wasn't there? Hector knew deep down that his worries were stopping him from going and enjoying himself. He realized he had to be brave. In the morning, Hector put on his best bow tie. "You can do this," he said to himself. What a lovely day for a party, thought Hector as he strolled proudly along the path. His boots made big prints in the snow as he went. He could hear the music playing as he walked further into the forest. It sounded so beautiful. And his feet are making the crunch, crunch, crunch sound on the ground. And that sign says, "To the forest." Hector came to a clearing where everyone was dancing and enjoying themselves. Hector watched from behind a tree. Maybe I should just go home, he thought nervously. Then Hector closed his eyes and pictured himself twirling around to the music. Imaginary Hector was the life and soul of the party. If only, he thought longingly. All of a sudden, Hector realized that his feet were tapping along to the beat. His prickles were swaying to the rhythm, and before he knew it, he was dancing. Hector enjoyed himself so much that his worries didn't seem to matter anymore. Archie and Max were so pleased Hector had joined the party. They drank the last of the not too hot chocolate, and the music came to an end. There's only one more thing left to do, said Hector. Ice skating! Yeek! Whoops! Yikes! And with a little practice, Hector discovered that skating was just as fun as he remembered. And being a hedgehog meant falling over didn't hurt one bit. Time to go home, Hector, said Archie. Your favorite place to be? Said Max. Hector thought for a moment. I think I found another favorite place to be, he said. Now, where shall we go tomorrow? What a sweet ending to this book. As we can see, Hector was able to overcome some of those worries that he had, and he tried new things and realized that he could also have fun. So here are some notes from the author, and it's for parents, caregivers, and other professionals, and even students or children who are listening to this. So sometimes it's really hard to get out of our comfort zones. Our comfort zones are safe. We like to be there. And when we think about doing new things, these false alarms may come in. And those false alarms can be those worrying or some anxieties. So how to handle some of these false alarms, some worries, anxieties that come when we're trying something new. One thing is to address the worry if you can. So addressing the worry, I always like to say, if you can name it, you can tame it. So if you know what the worry is, try to figure out how come you're feeling a certain way or how come the child is feeling a certain way, and try to go over what can possibly be some supports for that worry or those anxieties. So for instance, if somebody is scared to get on a plane, maybe going through the plan and some breathing techniques. So just knowing what to do when you're in the situation. And that leads into the next one about modeling and practicing. So being a good role model for the child is so important. And to show every now and then we do have our worries, but how to handle them. Trying something new is also really good. Trying something new that is safe, comfortable, maybe takes us a little bit out of our comfort zone, but nothing too crazy too fast, just to build those resiliency skills. The next one is to resist reassurance seeking. So sometimes a child may ask, is that going to happen to me? Am I going to be okay? And always having to reassure to say, yes, you'll be fine, or oh, you'll be okay. Sometimes that reassurance seeking could increase and they're just looking for that confirmation. So sometimes making a plan with the child can really help, or going over, okay, well, what would happen in that situation? If you found yourself there, what would you do? Having that plan can actually decrease the worry, can help with those anxieties, knowing what to do if you find yourself in a situation that's new. Second last is praise effort and bravery. So when children are trying something new, be encouraging and not over the top, but just, wow, good job. You've done that. Or if something was a little bit tricky, that's okay. Try again. Maybe next time you do it, you'll feel a little bit more confident. Always try to model that positivity, that showing that it's okay that we have our struggles and we have some challenges, but with practice, we'll feel more comfortable. And if this is something that is reoccurring and it's impacting day-to-day life, please seek some support. Seeking support with a mental health professional or going to your family doctor is always a really good first step. Thank you so much for joining me today. There's a few last little words here from the author and the press. And then we see from the author, she says, for all the little worriers out there, myself included, JR. And I can say it's so normal to have some worries and anxieties. I have them too. But if it's impacting your day-to-day, that's when it's really important to speak to a healthcare provider. Thank you again, and I look forward to you coming back to my channel. Please like and subscribe so you know when a new video is popping up. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.